Handyman Lou here. Got a little bit something different here. Still motorized bike related, but this guy bought this bike from the store. He bought his own motor. He couldn't get it started the last time, which was about a week ago, a week and a half ago. And he called me up and asked me to take a look at it and get it all straightened out, which I didn't record at the time. I explained to him about two-stroke engines and how you have to mix the oil and this, that, and the other. Well, he didn't hear me, I guess. His uncle heard me because his uncle was here with him. He put straight gas in it. So now I have to take it apart and diagnose the problem. Diagnosed why it won't start up. He says when he lets go of the clutch, it locks right up immediately. I found a lot of times, in a lot of cases, the chain is bound up right in here. I don't know if you can see that, right here. So we're going to go check that first. That's the very first thing you should check before you assume that the thing is frozen. Let's go here first. Jesus. Let's check this one out first, right here first. See, the chain is locked up. It don't look like it. It looks like that chain is nice and tight. But it could be because it's locked up this side. Find out very soon. Let's get this 100-mile screw out of here first. It's friggin' longer than the longest screw in this whole project. Alright, as you can see for yourself, chain is not bound up. So we're going to the second mission now. I'm not putting that back on because I'm going to have to probably take the link out, pull the chain off. I'll take the intake manifold off, take the exhaust power off, so I can pull this head, because the head is so close to here. I'm probably going to have to remove the engine, put it on the table and do this. And do you know how much trouble it was to... These guys put this together without the right stuff. They came in here, the thing was messed up. This iron right here was way out here, up there, down there, somewhere down here. He had the clamp coming underneath it. I redid the clamp. Anything I drink out of the ordinary would be chemically induced is coffee. In the morning, I love my coffee. Love, love, love coffee. So, where is my Phillips screwdriver? I'm missing my Phillips screwdriver. That's what I'm looking for when I'm talking to you. So I can take the carburetor off. So I could slide, put the handle down in there to get on this offset intake manifold for these carburetors. Okay, you have them right there. Offset intake manifold. Let me take this carburetor off first. Okay. We'll give you a look-see. It's the only way you can get past there. You loosen up the screw or the Allen key that's in here. There's two keys you're going to get. You're either going to use a 10mm bolt that gets in here and we'll use the wrench a little bit at a time, or you can use the Allen key. Come out here and unscrew that offset intake manifold. Right here is where you usually put your reed. Because if I can fix it, if it needs pistons, rings, I have rings here. I do rebuild them as far as length. But I look at the cylinder head itself and judge it from there. If the cylinder head is too scarred up, I won't fix it. We have to put a motor on it. So this is an offset manifold. Your normal manifold will just come right up and pitch down in that direction. This one pitches to the side and then out. That is your offset manifold for these tight bikes. That's what you need to get that to work. Anyways, let me see here. I got here these Allen keys. All systems come off next. Unplug your wire. Unplug your kill switches. The motor. Yes, you put that back in. Let me set that there. That's right. For a replacement. Let's see here. Let's get this chain over here. The problem is I think it's seized. Yeah, it's seized. That's pretty seized. Let's just remove the motor. Okay, next thing. Pop the head. And like the 14, and I have the 13 sitting on the double motor. So many different projects. I'm all over the place with this stuff. I got to go to Home Depot and get 2 bolts for that project motor, that dual motor that I'm doing. So I've ran out of bolts that are just about the right size. So I'll go get me them plus a few more. That's the right length. You never know if I do it again. 9 times out of 10 I'll do it again. It went all the way deeper, and instead of coming out, it went down deeper. Yeah, well, what the heck. Yes, sir. Let's get you a closer look here, so you can see what happens when you don't put the 2-stroke oil and use straight gas. Right there, you see it? Scored the inside of that cylinder. This cylinder is shot, it's still garbage, it gets thrown away, piston gets thrown away. This guy asked me to try to rebuild this, which I was trying to do, which would probably cost me about the same amount of money, but now I gotta sell him an engine. So That's what happens when you don't put the proper amount of, oh my God, two-stroke oil in the gas. He put none at all though. However, this wasn't that he put the improper stuff, because you can overdo it by a little bit, it'll still run, and you can underdo it a little bit and it'll still run. But what it won't accept is no gas, no oil in there, no two-stroke oil in it. It will seize up after a short ride. And if you put too much stroke oil in it, it won't start at all. You'll kill it. You're dousing the spark with the oils. The oil is not that flammable. It is flammable, but not that flammable. It actually makes your gas non-flammable. So, let's see if it'll drop out. It won't drop out. Look at that. I mean, there's a ridge on that bad boy. Holy shit. I gotta send a picture to this guy, so he knows what to expect. Let's see if he gives me the okay. So we're going to put you on the pause for a moment and let you know what he decides. Alright, they said go ahead, put an engine in. I had to use a hammer to pull it apart. That light coloring is material missing off the piston, all up top here, all on the side, and also the other side is doing it. Look how large that one is. Scarred the whole damn thing. It's just scarred. You look straight down here, you see that one scar. You come in this way, and you can see the scarring going all around it. So, that's shot. All because the young man did not put on a couple of caps full of what do you call it? That stuff. Again, I'm losing my words. He didn't put in some of that two-stroke engine oil. So now it's all screwed. Now he's paying more money for another motor. And I find that they're not that much more stronger. I'm trying to get the ball bearing out of here from the alright, let me put you down because I got you moving all around with me like a crazy man. I'll come back to you when I start transferring all the parts over to the new motor. Oh, where is that bad one? It went over here. This is not actually a head, it's a jug. This is your jug. The one where the piston goes through the center. Now if you look at the top, there's no, it's called a jug. This section is a head. 4 bolts hold it on. These stems come all the way through the engine, through the jug, and what you do is you push the jug into the 4 bolts. See? It lines up, and you put the head on top, you put the nuts, and you torque it down. Of course, gasket in here and gasket down here. This is just gone. I mean, it is. I have not seen any. I've seen some bad ones. This one is the worst. That one has to be the baddest one I ever seen because of the darkness. It's just so dark. Burnt. It literally burned. Anyway, they're funny guys. Let me see. Let's put you down here where you can see what I'm doing. A little bit closer. Right there. I double nutted it to pull the stud out. Or jam nut it. They call it jam nutting when you want to put something on and leave it and keep it on. Or you double nut it when you want to take something off, studs off. Now you'll be able to see me do it. You're down here on the ground with me. Here we are. Now, I had both wrenches out, both 9/16. I just don't see it in my eyes, so I'm using a pair of pliers. And then jamming this one against that one. Gotta jam it up pretty good. Then you grab the bottom one and you start turning your stud. Sometimes they're stubborn and sometimes they're easy. And sometimes they go easy and then stubborn. Easy and stubborn. But this one is easy. So that's out. On the original engine, we put in bolts. They got to go down here on that. And the chain now will come out of there. But we need the chain. There we go. Chain is out. Now the engine would be discarded if not for I needed these two right here. Ah, here's the other wrench. Sitting on top of the seat. I'm looking all the way across past it to the table. How friggin' nutty is that? I have a lock washer on this with a stud. Now we can discard this engine as part scrap, partially scrap. I had to cut this plate down this way, drill 2 new holes here, and the clamp, which is huge, to out here, just to get this to work. I didn't film that with you guys because I don't know. I guess I didn't think you was going to be interested in it. Time, because the motor was already together. It was already as part of the bike. They just brought it to me because they didn't know how to finish it. So I had to finish it for them. Let's see, wrenches. Let's put them all in front of me. So I can do this job as not gently, but as what do you say? How you say it? Most comfortably as possible, and or as easy as possible. So now we're going to set you up over here. And we're marking from the ground level, putting the engine up or in position. So we need to remove these studs, of course. These bolts, not studs, just the nuts and bolts, nuts and washers, and the what do you call it? So we can lay this baby right up in here. Oh, I also got to take that off. Sorry. Yep, there's a couple more things. I got one thing I got to do right here. This intake manifold has to come off. I hope it's the same one. Doesn't matter. I had brand new of the other one anyway. There's 2 size heads they have. Let me show you this. It's another thing. Let me show you this here real quick. Hopefully this is the other side's head. I mean, no, hopefully it's not, but how do you like that? Half the gasket came off with the pipe, and the other half of the gasket came off with the manifold. These now come in 2 different sizes, real wide bore and a short bore. They're still the same size right here. So I'm hoping that I can get the stud started with this wide bore one. If not, I will go find the right one. I got a new gasket right here for it. The one original came off of that one. So let's tilt this up in here and see if we can. Nope, they do not fit. How you like them apples, man? This means for me, do you know I had to heat this thing up to make it work on that rig? I just went through a whole tutorial on how to bend this on the vise so it'll fit on this bike. And it wasn't even recording. I think it just stopped automatically on the recording. I'm so angry. The whole tutorial for nothing. Let's get this out. Load it in the right way by hand. That one started. Let's get this other one started. And then you'll at least be able to see me heat it back into position, because I heated it into a position where it cannot accept the pedal to go by it, because of the way this here, it's so big. This is so fat here around this thing. It's slim here, but it's fatter as it comes out, and it's in the way. The pipe was getting in the way. I couldn't lock it down. Right now, I'm going to tighten it down, make sure that it gets a good seal. Then I'm coming back with the torch. Now you'll be able to watch that one, and heat it up right here to go around so that the pedal can go by. See how the pedal's hitting now? There we go. That's tight. Let's tighten this one up now. There. Exhaust pipe back on. Sorry, it just shut down. Stop recording for some reason. Maybe they want me to show you this. This is not for children though. I don't record stuff for children. I record stuff for us adults, for hobbyists and adults. Now, I want this muffler to go back where it came from. I ain't doing that until I friggin' gotta move. Let's go back to burning this up. We're going to hit it at the top of where we cut. Matter of fact, hit it from behind. So I see a cherry red. I've done a couple videos where I welded mufflers together, made them go around up on the, from that side up onto this side. You know, with a muffler that did not fit. I have no choice. If I paid for it already, I'm not going back and send it back, tell them it doesn't work, and then not have the shape that I want. You know, something I want it to look like a certain way. So I bent them, welded them together. You know, I've done all kinds of crap. And it came out nice. The Batman bike with all the lights. We call it the Batman bike now. That's what the customer calls it. He put Batman stickers all over it. It has the electric VBR electric start motor. He calls it the Batman bike. He's put black and yellow all over it, and put some Batman stickers on it. You know, he's happy with the bike. Look at this, I'm melting up stuff. You gotta watch this heat. You gotta keep an eye on it. I'm getting ready to come on this side one more time, and then I'm gonna put my foot in it. Holding the handlebars, put your foot in it, like that. You see it turning? Hello. I believe that's enough. Voila. Went right on by. You can take my word on it, I'll probably go to that. It went right on by there. Right through there. Went right back around underneath. Real close to the gears over there. But first I had to bring it out this way, then right back around. So on there, the only reason why you see it flat is because it hit the vise and it flattened it out right there, but that ain't going to kill nothing. It's not going to hurt nothing. Over here I did it with, it still was on the vise, but over here I did it with the vise grips and by hand, moving it this way again over so you don't see no flat spots. And right here where I bent it right back around, you don't see any flat spots. I used the actual bike stay to give me that leverage to push it back. I believe there's still a little gap down there. If not, don't matter. These things vibrate to death. Alright, now we're going to put the clutch level back on. And I believe it's done. I believe it is finished. After that, for some reason I keep on thinking you guys did not see anything. For some reason. Sure, it looks like it's going to rain again. It was raining this morning after that heat wave. It's still humid out because I'm still sweating. I know. Still humidity. That's Chewy checking you out over there. In case you see the camera moving around, he's checking you out. He was inspecting it. Now he's coming over here inspecting my work. I told you he would. Right before we're leaving, we're done. Hold it. Hold it. Look at that. You see it locked? There. It's not supposed to go that way. Gotta make sure that stays out here towards the middle, because you'll see it pull this way towards me all of a sudden. Look at that. Chewbacca. He's inspecting the batteries. I just got the battery. You don't want to smell that too much, buddy. And you don't want to step on that thing. That's a little warm. Okay? Alright? Gotta watch your step. Alright? I don't want you burning your balls. Look out. Let me put this in the box here. Okay. There he goes. Alright, everything's good then, huh? Alright, see you later, boss. Anyways, let's go back to this. Let's put the cable in. Let's cable on. It's going to be tricky because this cable's all twisted up. Oh, it moves easily, so it might not be so tricky. Oops, coming out the other side. Here she comes. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's put this. Oh, I clamped it. Did I clamp it? My bad. Pull it so I can get it in here. Alright, I gotta release the clamp. I clamped it up. I zip tied it. That pipe is probably still very hot, so just watch yourself. Here we go. There we are. In the hole. And put the heat spring on the engine. Take this wire on this side. I'm going to have to zip tie it again just for the cables. Just for the startup and chill cables. Kill cables. Now we're going to put this in here once I loosen the screw, you know. Should be loose enough. Going through. Oh, nope. I forgot my assistant spring. It's not actually the spring, it's an assistant. It goes inside the clutch on the other side in the plate. There's a thick spring in there. Keeps this baby from moving. To spring it back. So this is just assisting it out here. It's an assistant. And the old trick for me is the vice grip clamp. This is my third hand. Slipped off. Come on now. It's good. There it goes. It's leaving. I need it to come out as far as you can. Alright, this ain't tight enough. That's what's the matter. Hit it till it stops, and then you go past a tad bit more, putting a little spring tension to it, just a tad, and you tighten this up without stripping it, and then you test and see if the bike can roll. Still rolls. That means that the clutch is not right. If it rolls with the clutch out, not right yet. Means I tightened too much, and it's only that little bit. You'll see it. It's a very little bit. Yep. Okay. I grab the vice grips. Leave a little gap in here. Right about there. Loosen the screw. Let it hit the vice grips. Like that. Now, let's see if it locks again. Now it's locking. So I see it almost locked. So it means it needs to come out a little bit more. And I mean, it's only a little bit. So now we're going to tighten it up a little. Not real hard, just enough to hold the cable still. So I can bring the vice grips out a little bit more. Right about there. Let it hit the vice grips again. Tighten it back down enough where I can pull the clutch cable in and release the vice grips. Should be locked. Why isn't it locked? I don't get it. Maybe I got compression in here. Maybe I'm letting compression out. The spark plug wasn't tight, so let's tighten it up. Lock in the compression. Should be locking down the bike. There we are. Let's lock the spark plug up. Yeah, I don't understand it. Huh. He was telling me that this I sold the motor to somebody, and he's telling me it won't lock down. The clutch won't lock in. That's completely loose now. And he's right. Clutch is not locking in. So, we have a problem on the other side for the clutches. So now, we got to do what I said before. Lock it down just a little bit past. That should be the proper place. The problem is on the other side, I gotta, they have it too loose, and I gotta tighten it down. So it means more work for me. That means I gotta turn the bike around. Thought I was finished. I thought I was completely done. I'm not. I gotta tighten up the carburetor because this thing's getting me upset now. There you go. Tight, sound okay. We have gloves, put them over here, get them away from me. There you go. On this side is the clutch plate. There's a butterfly, what they call a butterfly nut, and a Phillips screwdriver, small screw, that holds this together. What happens is if you have the wrong adjustment, no matter how good you adjust it over there, it never will catch the clutch because it keeps it loose at all times. The Phillips screwdriver, and you need a flathead screwdriver. The Phillips screwdriver hole, that's the butterfly nut, and this is the lockdown for the butterfly nut. It's a little screw right here. Now you got to determine that's too far away. Take this and you turn the butterfly nut in. Sometimes you gotta tap it because it is tightening it up. Then we'll stop there and we'll see. Clutch is out. The rim feels like it's locking up. I got so much stuff. I got too much stuff in here. I gotta clean this place up so I can do proper testing in my life. Just got too much junk in here. Look at that. Once I moved it around, it got real loose again. Now, if you over tighten it, you'll know. There, the wheel's locked. Open the clutch. Wheel unlocks. Release the clutch. Wheel's locked. But we got to make sure it is just right. Okay. I believe one more time. One more. There's a hole here and there's a hole somewhere else. Well, no, we're going that around to the next butterfly nut hole. That'll be super tight. I know. Now that's locked in. I cannot move anymore. Put this back on. Now we're done. Bike that previously had an engine on it, using their parts and you know, whatnots. I'm so hot that I don't even want to test it, but I am. I got to. My dog's going to go snapping out. There's no way for me. I notice that you guys love to come for the ride when I do this, and there's no way for me to mount you on. I gotta get a professional studio kit. So I can mount you guys on handlebars or on my head or something. The easiest way possible. Comes the thunder. May not be able to test it. Get all this crap out of here. I don't want it melting on the engine. Styrofoam. Alrighty. Alright, zip ties. And we're done. I'm done. Where's the zip ties? Alright, they're on the floor over here somewhere. There we are. We want this to stay this side. Alright, that ought to do it. I hear the rain coming down. We're done. I can't test drive it yet. I'll do it later. There we go. Alright, until next time. Handyman Lou just installed another engine, existing engine. This was the engine that was on the bike down there. This is the engine. That is been replaced with. Handyman out. Battery's almost dead. Bye bye.